Stay to the end for a brief commentary. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to your number one source for news and reparations.
Good afternoon, Alex Alanese on behalf of the Habomital Pomo of Upper Lake and the Cahuilla tribe in support.
Good afternoon, Catherine Charles on behalf of Housing California in support.
Good afternoon, Chair and members. Galen Dobbins for the California Coalition for Rural Housing in strong support.
Rachel Muller on behalf of the California Coalition for Community Investment and the Rural Community Assistance Corporation in strong support. Thank you so much.
Madam Chair and members, Chris Lindstrom with the California Tribal Business Alliance in strong support. Thank you.
Andrew Dawson, the California Housing Partnership in support.
Madam Chair and members, Gregory Kramer on behalf of Disability Rights California in support.
Great. All right, let's see if there's any witnesses in opposition. Seeing none, let me bring it to the dais. Anyone have any comments or? Go ahead, Senator Padilla. We have a motion. Who said down here move it? Senator Sayarto. Okay, Sayarto's moved. Senator Padilla, go ahead.
Sure. Great. Madam Chair, thanks. And members, just to extend my gratitude to the Pro Tem for your obvious persistence in this space and getting us to a place where there could be a programmatic framework that would ensure a greater amount of state support for housing and sovereign places that are often overlooked. So I really appreciate the persistence, and looking at the history here, it's pretty obvious that's what it's taken. So I'm happy to be supportive.
Thank you so much, Senator. Great. Any other comments? All right. Senator McGuire, would you like to close?
Again, Madam Chair, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Senator Padilla, and would respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Great. So we do have that motion, and we'll do a roll call. The motion is send to Appropriations, to pass to Appropriations Committee.
Senator Skinner.
Aye.
Skinner, aye. Ochoa Bogue.
Aye.
Ochoa Bogue, aye. Blake Spear.
Aye.
Blake Spear, aye. Caballero. Cortezi.
Aye.
Cortezi, aye. Menjivar.
Aye.
Menjivar, aye. Padilla.
Aye.
Padilla, aye. Ciarto. Ciarto, aye. Amberg. Wahab.
All right, we'll keep the bill on call.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
So
Thank you so much.
got some absent members. Thank you all. Thank you. All right, so Senator Archuleta, I know you're dying to do it, but Mr. Bradford is first, and he's in the room. Apologies. He snuck in. Really. Go ahead, Senator Bradford. SB 1007, item 2.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members, I'm here to present SB 1007. This bill is a recommendation from the California Reparations Task Force, a task force that I spent the last 2 years of my life on, and these are suggestions from the final report. Upon appropriations, provide financial aid and assistance to descendants of enslaved persons for the purpose of purchasing, owning, or maintaining a home. This can be done through subsidizing mortgage payments, homeowners assistance, insurance, I should say, and any other means to assist descendants with owning and maintaining a home. SB 1007 is about starting a long process of paying back a debt that's not only owed, that is promised, and 160 years overdue to African Americans. It is the first step in closing the wealth and equity gap created by centuries of slavery and racial discriminatory policies. Even after the abolishment of slavery, federal, state, and local laws enabled racially discriminatory practices that segregated Black Americans from the rest of society. Practices like redlining, discriminatory zoning, racially restrictive housing covenants, and even outright prohibitions. To this day, descendants of enslaved persons still feel the effects of these policies. There are many African American families who have descendants who have been here for over 160 years who have never owned property in the state of California or anywhere in this country. The Reparations Task Force final report documents that statewide, a typical Black-owned home is 22% less value than a white-owned family's property. And we've seen just recently what happened in the Bay Area when we had an activity called whitewashing, where a African American had their home appraised at almost 50% less than their white neighbors until they removed any remnants of being an African American home and had a white person come in and act as if they were the homeowners, and the appraisal went up by almost $500,000. So statewide, African Americans, again, make up 6% of the population, but 40% of the unhoused population. In major cities like Los Angeles, Sacramento, San Diego, and San Jose, there are gaps ranging between 20% to 57% between the rates of white home ownership compared to black home ownership. In these same cities, the value of the home is formerly red-lined neighborhoods compared to green-line neighborhoods have gaps ranging from 50% to 125% in pricing differences. These large disparities and equity, I should say, show in plain numbers the ongoing damage caused by racially discriminatory housing policies, and a clear fix is needed. This bill is the beginning of that. I want to thank you for allowing me this testimony, and I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you very much, Senator Bradford. We're going to see if you have any main witness in support.
I don't think we have witnesses, but I don't think we may.
Okay, so witnesses in support who want to just come up to the and indicate your support, and then we'll see if there's any in opposition. Meanwhile, I'm going to hand the gavel to the vice chair while I go and present a bill in another committee. But you go ahead.
Andrew Dawson, the California Housing Partnership, in support.
Madam Chair, members of the committee, Stephanie Roberson, on behalf of the Bay Area Regional Health Inequities Initiative, also known as BARHI, and the coalition is also supported by 12 other organizations that represent the coalition organizations for reparations, also in support. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Chris Larson, Coalition for Just and Equitable California. Also on behalf of the American Redress Coalition of California, Sacramento, American Redress Coalition of California, Bay Area, the Lineage Equity and Advancement Project out of LA, and the California Black Lineage Society, all in strong support.
Madam Chair and members, Gregory Kramer on behalf of Disability Rights California, in support.
Hello, Rachel Bogwat, ACLU California Action, in support.
Hello, Adam Briones, California Community Builders, in strong support.
Thank you very much. Do we have any other witnesses in support of SB 1007? Seeing none, we'll now move on to any witnesses in opposition to SB 1007 here in room 1200. Seeing none, we'll bring it back to the dais. Senator Cortese.
Thank you. Just a comment, if I may, to the author. I just wanted to commend you for the portion of this bill that is getting beyond the indices of past harm, past the harm caused by slavery, as we in law school and other places learned as the problem that we need to correct with whatever programs that we have available, in looking at the ongoing redlining that's going on. I think that's a major shift here in public policy for the state of California that you've embedded, in the intent behind the bill. And I just wanted to acknowledge you for that. Sort of try to do my part to help elevate what you're saying in your own testimony about the bill. Thank you. And I'll be supportive.
All right. Senator Padilla. Okay, we have a motion to move. Any other comments from our dais? Seeing none. Madam Secretary, please call the roll. Yes, I'm sorry. Senator Bradford, would you like
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I want to thank the colleagues on this committee and thank Senator Cortese for his comments. And as stated, I spent 2 years of my life on the Reparations Task Force, and the final report had 115 recommendations on how we could start curing the harms of slavery, the vestiges of slavery that still exist today. This was just one of 115 suggestions, but really at the core, what really needs to do. As we all know, the promise of 40 acres in the mural really never materialized, but reparations has always been about land. And this helps individuals who have never owned property or who have owned property but have had their property redlined or undervalued and hold on to this property. So I look forward to an aye vote on this measure. Thank you.
This is SB 1007 by Senator Bradford. The motion is do pass and refer to the Committee on Appropriations. Senator Skinner. Ochobog. Blakespear.
Aye.
Blakespear, aye. Caballero. Cortezi.
Aye.
Cortezi, aye. Menjivar.
Aye.
Menjivar, aye. Padilla.
Aye.
Padilla, aye. Ciarto. Umberg. Wahab. That's 4-0. We'll put it on call.
That's 4-0, and we'll leave that on call for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And then we can go to...
So I wanted to make a brief commentary on the Housing Committee on April 2nd, 2024, in regards to SB 187, the housing program for the tribal community out here in California, as well as SB 1007, the Home Owners Assistance Program for descendants of enslaved persons out here in California. Just to note that Ochoa Bo, who is a Republican and a senator out here, decided to vote yes on SB 187, but looks like she abstained from voting for SB 1007. She's recorded as having no vote recorded. And also I wanted to mention Kelly Ciarto, who is a Republican and a senator out here in California, voted yes for SB 187, but decided to actually vote no for SB 1007. So if they do represent you in those districts, I suggest you take note. And if you didn't know, SB 1187, the housing program for the tribal community, did get approved by California Governor Gavin Newsom. In regards to SB 1007, it did not pass Appropriations Committee, so we're looking forward for the bill to come up next year. Please like, share, and subscribe to your number one source for news and reparations.